everyone, today I will be reviewing Alchemy of Souls. Just dropped season 2 part 2, I guess, and if you have seen season 1, the show, I thought season 1 was really very good. The idea about this show about soul surfing the body, like leaving one body to another, and season 1 had a lot of interesting character, although did leave with a huge cliffhanger. So I was really excited to see what happened in season 2. So season 2, so far I have seen only first 2 episodes, and but based on this first 2 episodes, I really like the way the story is going in this season. Now that we know who all these characters are and this is their next chapter of their life, I really like so far this first 2 episodes. Especially if you like season 1, you will like this one. Although there were so many unanswered questions, they do answer it here, and they do introduce new character in this season as well. So is this season as interesting as season 1? I will say so far, yes, I really like. I guess the center actor, I'm really glad he is still around, because this is still a soul surfing type story. They could swap out the actor, I guess, although I really like season 1 actress a lot. And in this season, they do introduce all these new actors. I thought all of them are really good. My only personal complaint with this show is this show isn't dubbed in English. And it's like, I don't understand, Netflix, why aren't you dubbing this show? Because this show, it is so interesting. I think people from like all over the world, they would love to check this out. Why this is not dubbed? That is the reason many people will not be seeing with this show, because it's in this season, I thought all the fighting scene, and especially the CGI, it's really like dramatically better than season 1. Like obviously the budget is up in this season, and like when I was watching, I'm like, this show is really very interesting story about all this. Although this center character, what was his name, Nakia, now that he has, like, he kind of does, he hunt down all the soul surfing people, and he has this power with the like the snow stone, and how he used this stone and how he killing all these people, really good. And like he has kind of power like Flash, he can go really fast from one place to another. It is really interesting concept. I need this dubbed in English, but unfortunately it isn't. So sometimes it's hard to keep track of what are they saying, because you have to, again, this show, it is really interesting, It is, I do feel like this show's story itself is unique than other show out there. It's kind of like a fantasy type, I guess, a show. And story is really I find it really interesting. And although I would say in this season, some of this acting, like some of the scene, the way, I don't know if this show is supposed to be soap opera type or not. Sometimes some of the scene does feel very soap opera-ish. Like they'll be seen like they will just keep the camera on their face for like so long. And I'm like, whoa, am I watching soap opera here? This is, I thought it was like a fantasy slash, action drama. So I wish the creator for this show, he didn't do the soap opera-ish. And again, maybe that's how the show there is. And although I would say, like one actor, he was wearing earring in his ear for some reason. So I don't understand why he was wearing 2 earrings. Yeah, all this power and the way the show was done, I'm really excited to see where the story going next. And so far I have seen only 2 episodes, because the first 2 episodes give you the idea about where this season is going. So far does looks like it is going interesting direction, feels very different than season 1, and I can wait to see what he does in this season. And I guess we haven't seen her part of the story like that much, but so far, really interested to see where the story is going. And it's really interesting show. It's just not dubbed in English, so it's really hard for like normal people to watch this show. That is the like only thing I have, especially when the show looks really good this season. Cinematography and the CGI is much better. And that's my thought on the show. Let me know in the comment what do you think about this season. And if you enjoyed this review, don't share another review on other topics. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.